Hi, it's KingT here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video from my single-player survival. It has been another while, and already you can see, things have changed. So first of all, I've started putting in a lot of the interior stuff on the central skyscraper. I changed up the Guardian farm output to be over here, and I just changed it up to be iron trap doors. I think it's a little bit nicer. I don't know, let me know in the comments. It does look a little bit messy, but I think with the anvil and all of my other necessary things over here, it works. I don't know where to put the bed yet. There's still this very obnoxious chest monster. I also have this chest full of shulker boxes now. And the furnace has been smelting away at a lot of stuff. I'm using lava as fuel. I think I went over that in the last episode. And just a whole bunch of other random junk. But one of the big things that has changed is this building inside of the building. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm probably going to change it up because I think a simpler design like the giant arch is going to work way, way better with the overall feel of the building and not having all these crazy lines over on this side. There's a little bit more progress, mainly over here at the iron farm, where I'm kind of experimenting with a building design for this one. I thought it'd be interesting to mix up the shape and not just have squares as skyscrapers, so this one starts as a cylinder. And I'm actually using a lot of andesite, which is something I don't usually use, except for the sidewalks, I guess. And like always, there's a lot of iron in here. I don't really need to collect it right now, though. I got the storage system in for the gold farm over here, and I've actually gotten completely overrun with gold. It doesn't even fit in a shulker box in my ender chest anymore. I bet I'm running low. I need a refill. Yep, not a flex at all. Enough about the stuff that's changed off camera. This episode, we're making a lot of changes on camera. Really, another wandering trader. Useless. So, you read the title and saw the thumbnail. In this episode, I'm going to be making probably the most progress I've ever made in a single episode. Because I'm going to be building up not one, but 2 skyscrapers. So first up is the skyscraper that's been needing to be done ever since I started doing anything over here. That's right, it's the squid farm skyscraper. And there's actually an interesting block palette for this. I'm using bone blocks, which is kind of awesome because I get a lot of bones from this farm. I'm also using the light gray stained glass and black wool, and I get my black dye, all my black dye from this farm. I'm going to start with the bone blocks, and it's time to get building. And basically my idea for this skyscraper is to take this pattern all the way up, and I think it's going to look really cool. And that's one half of the first floor done. I still need to put in the black wool, but that's probably going to be my last step on the first floor. Oh my goodness, that's a mob farm over there. Is that zombie really pathfinding all the way over here? Okay. So before things get too out of hand, I'm just going to go to bed. And there's a vindicator. Go away. And now the last step for each floor is to build up a black wool 2x1 pillar on each of the, I guess, the midpoints of the building. So yeah, that is going to look awesome. For now, I'm just going to leave a hole, but I think I'm going to even put in a piston door at some point. So the biggest issue with this building is that I don't have a way to get up, and I don't really know what to do with that, so I'm going to go find some scaffolding and just use that, if I can even get in my building. So now it's time to continue going up. And I think it's actually going to be smart for me to just take the frame all the way up the building, so I only have to worry about placing one block. That is layer number 3 complete, and I think I still have like 5 more to go. Luckily for me, bone blocks are not something that I need more of. I mean, I've got more in here. Okay, maybe just stack more in there, but an entire shulker box here, and about 8 more stacks there. I'm gonna have enough for this build. Progress update before I go to bed. This is how far I've gone on the structure. I'm about halfway there. And I'm gonna go sleep. And now it's back to placing bone blocks. Alright, so I am currently 5 floors up, and this thing still needs to go taller. I noticed a lag spike, and oh my goodness. I didn't think about that. Turns out, while I was working on that, all of the fish and the squids have been dying at the top of the farm. So I need to turn on the minecarts while I work on this. Or else my frames will be really bad. Looks like I need to go get a refill on bone blocks. Can I hit the scaffolding clutch? Yes, I can. Looks like I need one more refill of bone blocks in order to finish. And wow, this building looks awesome so far. That's all the smooth stone for layer number 2, but I gotta do it for like 7 more layers. This is definitely the painful part of the build, but on the bright side, it's coming together. Look at that. Alright, I've got a fresh inventory full of smooth stone, so it's time to knock out as much of this as I can. So it looks like there's only 2 more layers, but there's really 3 because it goes a little bit past one of the pre-existing platforms that I have. 2 more layers left. I think I am going to do the floors and the windows off camera because those aren't necessarily that interesting. For a video, you'd much rather see me finish the structure of the building. That is the bottom part of the skyscraper done. Well, at least what I'm going to be doing. And there's actually this top section here, but it's not going to be that hard because all I have to do is connect it here. As I planned ahead and spaced it out just right. And just like that, that should be done. Yes. I'm going to turn off the minecarts because it's time for me to go do something else. That already looks so much better, but I'm going to go to bed and get rid of those mobs. And alright, that's all of the black wool put in. There's a little awkward spot up there where the minecarts are, and I'm not sure what to do there either. I think I'm gonna fix that off camera because I did just get an idea. Alright, so it's been a day, and I still really like the way this skyscraper looks. I decided to put in sea lanterns up there where the kind of transition where the magma blocks are. I think it looks pretty nice and it'll give it some nice light because the outside of the building doesn't have very much of that. But I think it actually does look really cool. I've also done some redstone down here. You can see there's a lever. And I pull the lever, and now I can go in. And then when I want to go back outside, all I have to do is pull the lever back. It's actually some pretty simple redstone. It is just a piston door. This is all there is to it, and of course because it's Bedrock Edition we have to go underneath too. The other thing I did off camera in the last day is put in an item sorter for the mob farm. And I tested it out, it works pretty good. I've got like the 3 most important things in the front here, then just kind of the other random stuff I get. And then some of them aren't going to filter through for a while, like the redstone. It'll take a while for all these chests to start filling up, but this is the main reason. I also might use it to get some bones and string too. So I'm going to get some sleep, so that I'm not trying to build while it's pitch black darkness outside. I also did put some water in here, just because it makes it easier. And it's time to get started on the second massive build for today. I have all the resources for this one already gathered. These ones are pretty straightforward. I already had all this stuff. Then I did have to do some glass and concrete gathering, but that wasn't too bad. So, let's get started. Aw, and of course it starts raining. Alright, so this is the main plan for this building, and all I'm going to be doing is taking this pattern of the cyan concrete and the light gray stained glass, and I'm going to take it to the sky. This is going to be probably one of the more modern buildings in the city. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna run out of glass in my inventory. And this is taking pretty much the amount of resources that I have expected. Oh yeah, this is gonna look cool once I get the interior in. So far, it's a pretty short building though. This needs to be at least twice as tall to even be considered a skyscraper. For some reason, I'm not taking much fall damage. This is really weird. Like right there, I didn't take any fall damage. This is weird. Yeah, this is gonna look cool when it's taller. That's the only condition, I think. So now I'm gonna get a look at the whole city so far. And you can't even really fit the whole thing in anymore. The main project is the center one. The center one's just gonna be massive. So stick around if you want to see that. Also, I do need ideas for other buildings, such as the building or buildings that's going to go around the mob farm. I'm thinking about maybe doing kind of some twin towers. I'm going to put up a picture on the screen of what I have in mind. And this over here, I might actually have a drowned farm. So if you have any ideas for something that's going to go in here, let me know. Also, I need a building that goes around the gold farm that I built in the last episode. So, again, if you have any ideas, let me know. Very greatly appreciated. Maybe send an idea picture on Discord, or tell me something in the comments. So, now I'm gonna get back to building. Time to refill once again on materials. Alright, that is the first step of this skyscraper done. Now, naturally, this isn't tall enough. It's still pretty much one of the shortest things around here. Which is ironic, because we're 90 blocks on the Y. So, I'm gonna see how much taller I can make this. Alright, this looks like a pretty good height to me from at least that perspective. And that's even better. That's a lot better. I might want to make it a little bit taller to match it up with the gold farm. Not the skyscraper that's going around the gold farm, but just the gold farm. Or the top to where I have the tank on the squid farm, so that would be Y114. One thing I'm curious to know is how much iron I've gotten since I was working on this. That's a decent amount. Multiply each of those by 2. So I have done a few things in the past day or two since I have recorded. I've started experimenting with some of the tops of this building. I think this one looks kind of nice, but I want to change up the shape just a little bit, but I'm not sure how to do that with the squid farm being right there. The squid farm needs sky access, so I can't really do much over here. I'll think of something though. So I might have gone a little bit overboard with the resources I have, but I'm gonna take this thing even taller. And I think 130 is the right spot. This building has become so tall that the shulker boxes at the bottom unrender. And I've realized that even if I don't use all the space in these skyscrapers, it looks cool anyways. So why not go big? Well, I officially only have 2 golden carrots left. It looks like I'm gonna need to go down back to the shulker boxes one last time for resources. And I just need the concrete too. And I only have 1 golden carrot left. But the skyscraper, the main structure part, is finished. Now, I don't really know what I'm gonna do for the roof yet. I think that'll come later. But now, the next step of this one is to fill in all of the floors. And that's gonna be a massive pain. But it's necessary because this skyscraper right here is the one that is going to be housing all of the individual smaller farms that I don't need to make really big, like the sugarcane farms, the pumpkin farm, the melon farm. So I think it's a good idea to change up my food source a little bit. I'm gonna go with steak for now. And I'm using scaffolding right now because I don't want to put in the water elevators yet. Alright, so this is the basic idea. I'm just gonna basically copy and paste this pattern up all the way until the top of the skyscraper. And that's extremely boring, so I'm not gonna do that on camera. I've already done enough boring building in today's episode. So that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And these videos really do take forever to make. And I will see you in the next one. KingT.